What can you tell us, each of you, in brief? Tony, let's start with you, as how you came to this work.
Well, I was a social worker working in substance use field. And in the programs that I worked in, you would have many women who would come in who were victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. You have men who would come in who were perpetrators who also have been victims, particularly of sexual assault.
Hmm.
And so we would have the outside services come into the community to provide them with those areas of expertise. And as I listened and learned, I became more and more interested, particularly at that time in working with men who were offenders of domestic violence. I began to realize that what we were engaging men who were offenders of domestic violence on, we really needed to be talking to all men about that because, in essence, we were talking about the collective socialization of manhood, living in a male dominating society. I also came to know that while the majority of men don't perpetrate violence against women and girls, the problem is we're silent to the violence, right? And in essence, that silence was giving this minority of men permission to act out in the ways they were in the presence of men who would not do such a thing. That became very interesting to me, important to me. It led to the creation of A Call to Men, the organization we are now today, 23 years later.
Exactly why he does this work is the thing that inspired me to get into it. Now, I'm a survivor of gun violence due to domestic violence, and we can definitely share a little bit more about that later. I didn't have any real interest in working with men at all. Most of the harm that has had come to me in my life had come at the hands of men. I really wanted to get into this work to help women and girls escape domestic violence. I heard Tony speak and give a keynote on the man box, and I said, now, this is different. I want to know more about this. But it helped me have empathy for men in a way that I had not had before. It gave me hope and hope for healing for men in a way that I had never had before. And I recognized that it was important for me to not only share my story with women and girls, but to share this with men as well in an effort to engage them, to help us end the violence. But doing this work helps heal the parts of me that have been broken for so long by men. So I am doing this work for the greater good of engaging men and helping to end violence against women and girls, but it heals me too.